What is going on? Eagles finalized their 53-man roster as of, I want to say, maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Now, I have no idea who made the team. I've been obviously, I've been keeping track with it and everything, but I just want to talk about it. Like I said, I have no idea who was in, who was out. So let's get it started. So obviously, we're going to start at the quarterback position. Carson Wentz made the team, obviously, and backup is Nick Foles, okay? We had two quarterbacks last year, two quarterbacks this year. That's normal. That's what I expected. What I don't expect, what I see next, is five running backs. So, LeGarrette Blount, Donald Pumphrey, Wendell Smallwood, Darren Sproles, and Corey Clement. Finally, that's the guy I wanted. I'm so excited that Corey Clement made this team. I love him. He's been very, 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 very good in the preseason. Obviously, Darren Sproles is going to make it. Wendell Smallwood, he has he's young, he's quick. He's pretty much a horse. So, but the guy that I did not want to see is Donnell Pumphrey. I'm not very excited. I thought they'd throw him on the IR, the Phantom IR, as people have been calling it, and he'd be put on waivers. But I'm not really excited about Donnell Pumphrey. But what I'm really concerned about right now is how Deuce Staley is going to use all five running backs. Like, who is going to be our featured back? I mean, obviously, we're leaning more towards LeGarrette Blount, but at this point, the three main running backs I like to see on the field every single week are going to be LeGarrette Blount, Darren Sproles, and Corey Clement. Those are the three that I want to see the most. So, I don't know why they'd keep five running backs. I don't see the I just don't see the point of it. Sorry, I got more live updates for the Bitter Birds. If you don't know who he is, go watch him right now instead of me. I'm a bum compared to him. Tight ends, obviously, Zach Ertz, Brent Selleck, and Trey Burton made the team. There was a lot of speculation that Trey Burton was going to get traded. I like Trey Burton. I think Trey Burton actually should get the start over Zach Ertz. I mean, I know that's crazy to say, but Zach Ertz is just he doesn't do very well in the beginning of the season. We need a guy that's going to be good all season long, and I think Trey Burton can be that guy. Brent Selleck is there for special teams and also blocking and goal line stances and stuff like that. So that's no doubt in my mind. I figured we were going to keep all three. Six wide receivers. Obviously, Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith, and with Nelson Aguilar, Sheldon Gibson. Wow. Matt Collins and Marcus Johnson. Love Marcus Johnson. I think he's had a very, very good preseason. Matt Collins, obviously, I have a lot of praise for him. I do love Matt Collins. I think he's going to be an excellent guy. Obviously, I didn't want Nelson Aguilar on the team, but he was going to make it. We have nothing to say about Alshon Jeffrey. We need to see more out of Torrey Smith. The only thing we really saw out of him was that one yard or one reception for 50 yards. But I'm not really worried about it. I probably I don't know. I like it. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest wide receivers, but I think Alshon, Torrey, and Matt Collins with the additions of Trey Burton and Zach Ertz, I think we're going to be fine. On to the offensive line. Obviously, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Jason Peters, Isaac Samalo, Big V, Chance Warmack, who just got a year extension, I believe, and Stefan Wisniewski, who I believe should be the starter over Jason Kelsey. So Jason Peters is at left tackle, Samalo will be left guard, Jason Kelsey at center, Brandon Brooks at right guard, and then Lane Johnson at right tackle. Big V will be off the bench. Obviously, Chance Warmack, he just signed a deal. He can play either side, I believe. He's good like that. And I really believe that Wisniewski will, if Jason Kelsey ends up not being good, just throw him in there, man. Throw Wiz in there and see what he can do. Our defensive ends, Vinny Curry, Brandon Graham, Derek Burnett, Chris Long, and Steven Means. All right, so Steven Means, who got the well-deserved extension, definitely is capable of making the team. I really, really like Steven Means. Obviously, Derek Burnett, he's our 14th overall pick. Of course, he's going to make the team. Brandon Graham, who's one of the best in the game, and Vinny Curry. We'll see what he can do this year. And then Chris Long's making the team, and it's okay. I really like it. Sorry, I'm just reading about what they're saying on theeagles.com. Defensive tackles, obviously, Fletcher Cox, Timmy Jernigan, and then Bo Allen, Elijah Qualls, and Destiny Vial. I like Elijah Qualls. Elijah Qualls had a very, very good preseason, too. Timmy Jernigan, he is that horse on that line. He's going to get after quarterbacks with those gold teeth. Obviously, Fletcher Cox being one in the game. Elijah Qualls, he was our 6th round draft pick, and but he came out strong at the end of preseason. So linebackers, we ended up keeping 6: Nigel Bradham, Jordan Hicks, and Michael Kendricks, and then Najee Good, Kamu Grugier-Hill, and Joe Walker. I love Joe Walker. Joe Walker is great. He finally made, I want to say Joe Walker tore his ACL last year, if I remember correctly. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Was it Joe Walker? I don't know. But obviously, whatever the fact is that Nigel Bradham, Jordan Hicks, and Michael Kendricks, those are fine. Michael Kendricks has had a great preseason. I'm really, really excited about that. On to our corners. We ended up keeping 5. So Ronald Darby, Jalen Mills, Rasul Douglas, Dexter McDougal, and Patrick Robinson. Those are who I expected. To be. Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills is going to be there. Rasul Douglas. Dexter McDougal from the draft. And, our O-line is thin, man. It really is. It's not that it's thin. It's just the backups, like Big V, I think he could perform very, very well. He got put into a really tough situation last year when Lane Johnson wasn't here. So I think that Big V learned a lot, but I really like the fact that Samalu's there, and I like the idea of Chance Warmack, and obviously I like Steven Wisniewski. So, but back to the corners, I do like Ronald Darby, I do love Jalen Mills, I do like Russell Douglas. Dexter McDougal, we only really saw one game out of him, so we'll see. And Patrick Robinson. I really wish we could have kept Ron Brooks. I liked Ron Brooks, but of course, due to his injuries, we couldn't see him really play. But he was coming on last year, and I'm kind of upset, but it is what it is. And safeties, we kept 5 safeties: Malcolm Jenkson, Roddy McLeod, of course, Corey Graham, Chris Maragos, who makes the team every single year for his special teams, and then Jalen Watkins. I'm so excited that Jalen Watkins made the team because Jalen Watkins had a really, really good preseason in my eyes, and he had little like blinks of just doing what he had to do, and he almost had a pick 6 last game. I mean, because we were playing the Jets, but at least it was against their first team, the Jets' first team. So Jalen Watkins looked really good. I like it. So it is what it is. And then our specialist, obviously, Donnie Jones, Rick Lovato, and Caleb Sturgis. Now, obviously, we let our guy go, and then Rick Lovato came in. I don't know. The John Dornbos trade is just crazy because I feel like that if Rick Lovato messes up a long snap, he's just gonna get ridiculed. He's just gonna get killed. But I feel. So when it comes to the running, I just want to talk about the running backs a little bit more. I'm not excited about Donald Pumphrey making the team. I'm really, really not excited about him making the team. It's just, dude, he's had a horrible preseason. He can't return the ball. He's too small, in my opinion. It is what it is. So I think that we're gonna use Darren Sproles. Sorry, I got an itch. I think we're going to use Darren Sproles on the punt returns. I feel like we're going to use Wendell Smallwood on kickoff returns. And then Donald Pumphrey's just going to come in. I don't know when the hell he's going to come in. But I don't know. But I think LeGarrette Blount is our 3-down back. I think LeGarrette Blount will be the workhorse. Everyone's saying how he looks horrible in the preseason and how everything looks horrible But I like it. I like LeGarrette Blount. Obviously, these 5 running backs, it's not our future, and I believe that we're going to go out and get our running back next year in the draft, but that's next year. So I like LeGarrette Blount for the 3 downs. I love Darren Sproles to be there for the receiving aspect of it. Corey Clement. I like him. I hope he's on our goal lines, man. I hope he's there in the red zone for us. It's going to be great. And Wendell Smallwood, he's going to be there for kickoff returns, maybe a couple punt returns and stuff like that, but we'll see. So I'm really liking it. I'm really liking our team as of right now. I really like that. I really hope Nick Foles comes back from his injury, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? But that is currently the 53-man roster. And I'm really, really excited. Football's on its way, man. Thursday, baby. It's on its way. So we'll see. But we'll see if any new trades happen or anything crazy happens in the season. But we'll see what happens. So thank you so much, and go Birds!